What's up, Vike? Welcome back to our 10th workout. We've got a great finale on tap for you guys. Today's going to be a mental grinder, so an opportunity not only to get stronger physically, but also build that mental toughness. All right, we're going to warm up with a Tabata. We're going to put all the workout notes down in the description underneath the video so you can reference that to follow along for a great training session today. So our Tabata, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. We're going to start off with clap jacks, just like jumping jacks, except we're opening our chest up and clapping our hands in front for 20 seconds, then 10 seconds rest. Sit-throughs is up next. This is where we're down on our hands and knees. We lift our knees up, drive that right knee up to the chest, kick it through underneath the body, open up that opposite hand, reach up to the sky. So we'll do 20 seconds of sit-throughs. Go ahead and practice those clap jacks, sit-throughs. Then we'll do an inchworm with a push-up. We've done that one before. And then finally, plank shoulder taps. So we're in this plank position, and we just tap those shoulders back and forth for 20 seconds. And we'll run through those movements each twice. Here we go, Vikes. Time to start getting warmed up. 10 seconds to clap jacks. So feet together, hands up at the side, and 3, 2, 1, go. Hands out, feet out. Little clap in the middle. Pinch those shoulder blades together in the backswing. And rest. Okay, up next we've got sit-throughs. Go ahead and get down on your hands and knees. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Lift those knees up. Kick cross body. Elevate that opposite arm. This is great to develop our coordination, develop that opposite hand, opposite leg, motor pattern, and rest. Okay, inchworms with a push-up up next. We're pushing those hips back, reaching for the toes, and 3, 2, 1. Touch those toes, walk the hands out, give me a push-up, walk the hands back to the toes. Keep those elbows in on the push-up. We can also do push-ups from our knees. Squeeze in the bottom and press up. We're getting good at push-ups, Vikes. Great foundational movement. All right, plank with shoulder taps for our fourth Tabata movement. Set those shoulders. Want them nice and stable as we're shifting our weight back and forth, tapping those shoulders with the opposite arms. Keep tension through the glutes and stomach. Good. All right, back to those clap jacks. Start with those hands together, feet together. Open that chest up as we hop out. Start getting some good nasal breathing going. Awesome. Back to those sit-throughs. 3, 2, 1. Good. Inchworms with that push-up. Up next, just 2 more intervals here. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And back to those plank shoulder taps. for one more 20-second period in 3, 2, 1. You want to take the slack out of that shoulder joint by pulling that shoulder down towards your hips. Pressing through the palm, keeping that elbow tight. Good. All right, let's loosen up our hammies a little bit more. With our dynamic hamstring stretch, left knee straight up, foot flat on the ground, right leg, kick it up. We're going to do 10 kicks on each side. Heel up towards the ceiling. Point that toe down towards the ground. Try to get the knee all the way to the chest. And 10. Switch to 10. Good. Now lying leg crossover. We make a big T. Kick that right leg up. Bring it across your body. Touch that left hand. And we're just going to hold here for a few seconds. And switch. Left leg up. Bring it across body. Try to keep those shoulders to the ground as we turn through the trunk. Shift the hips. And we'll go ahead and pop over to our hands and feet. Now we're going for our dynamic calf stretch. So put that left foot behind the right ankle. Push the right heel into the ground. Then relax the knee. Push it into the ground. Relax the knee. 10 reps on each side. And 10, switch. Should feel that good pull through the calf. Nine and 10. Excellent, excellent. Okay, up next we're going to get into our Spider-Man lunge. Push out on that front knee. Let's have that back knee off the ground as we sink our hips down. Look away. We give our hip joint a little bit more room to breathe. Work that femur wide. And now let's sink the chest. Drop that elbow down. Try to get it onto the ground near the instep of your front foot. And then reach back. You can drop that back knee for these 5 reach backs. And 5, switch sides, opposite foot up, push out on that front knee, back knees off the ground. So we look away from that front knee and sink those hips down. And now drop that chest, elbow nice and low. 5 more reach backs on this side. And 5. Good. We're going to hit a few scat push-ups back to the shoulders. Plank position. Sink that chest down by bringing the shoulder blades together. Press through the palms. Arch that upper back. Give me 5. All right. Samson stretch. Lunge position. Nice 90-degree at the front knee. Squeeze the glutes and push the hips forward and down. Don't overextend the low back. We really want to feel that good pull through our hip flexor. And now let's press through that front heel. Stand up and switch. Squeeze the glutes, push the hips forward and down. Don't overextend the low back. And you get a good, great stretch through the front of your pocket area there. And switch. Back to that first side. Take a deep breath as you exhale. Push a little deeper into this. And switch. Squeeze the glutes. Push the hips forward and down. Don't overextend the back. This is a great one to loosen up the hip flexors after a lot of sitting or a lot of activity. One more on each side. Squeeze the glutes, push those hips forward. And now we can put our hands up, but careful. I don't want to see this big extension through the back. I want to keep those ribs down as I punch straight up and push those hips forward and down. And switch. Squeeze the glutes, hips forward and down. Punch those hands straight up to the ceiling. Awesome. And then go ahead and pop up. So we're going to do some pause air squats. I know we've been doing a lot of squats. Squats are a phenomenal movement for strength and conditioning. And I always look to improve my squat. Just yesterday, I found something that I could improve with my squat. I've been squatting for over 20 years, thousands and thousands and thousands of repetitions. So we always want to get better at these foundation fundamental movements. Take your feet, stomp them into the ground about shoulder width. We want to kind of screw outward so we get a nice arch through the middle of the foot. And you feel those hips tight. You can squeeze the glutes. So we have nice tight hips, good firm footing. And we're going to push through our heel, the outside ball of our foot, and right underneath our big toe. So we're just going to come down and pause, fast up. Come down and pause, fast up. Let's go for 5. Stay tight in the bottom. Sharp breath in. Stay tight in the bottom and up. One more. And up. Good. 10 glute bridges. So on these glute bridges, we're going to bring our heels in real close to our glutes. Now from here, we're going to engage our abs and roll our pelvis back so our low back is nice and flush on the ground. And we've got tension through our glutes and our core. Now we're going to lift our hips off the ground into this glute bridge position. Big squeeze at the top. Make sure those glutes are real tight. Let's go for 5 nice and slow and controlled glute bridges. Get that low back flush on the ground. Tension through the abs, the glutes, and up. Big squeeze at the top. 2 more. And up. Good. All right, now we're going to pop back up, and we're going to do some squat jumps. So this is a movement that we're going to do as part of a 9-minute strength EMOM here. And it's really important before you squat, you loosen up the hip flexors and activate and engage the glutes. If our hip flexors are really tight from sitting, then it prevents our glutes from being activated. And our glute muscles are the ones that protect our low back and our hips and help keep us safe and strong and healthy. So remember, always loosen up the hip flexors, activate and engage those glutes before you do squatting. All right, so here we go, Viks. We're going to do 5 vertical squat jumps, starting nice and easy, and then adding intensity. And we're just going to do these one at a time. So we're going to go down to that squat just like an air squat, and then we're going to pop up and jump. Good. And now we're going to reset. Let's do it again. And now a little higher. And now a little higher. When you come down, nice soft landing too. And last one, let's go max effort as high as we can get. Awesome. Okay, so our EMOM is going to be 3 rounds of 3 movements. So it'll be 9 minutes total. We're going to kick off with 10 of those squat jumps. We're just going to go one at a time and try to get as high as we can with each squat jump. That's going to help increase our vertical. Then we're going to do 15 sit-ups. And we're going to do weighted sit-ups if we can with that weighted pack. Then 20 pack overhead presses. So go ahead and get your pack. If you don't have it set up, you can press pause on the video. Go get it set up. Like we've talked about, nice heavy items, compressed, wrapped around in a towel so it doesn't shift around too much on you. And we'll practice those overhead presses next. We bring that weighted pack up to our shoulders. Once again, we don't overextend the back. We've got the ribs tucked down, a nice straight position. elbows out in front. Squeeze that stomach, press up, head through the arms at the top. Go ahead and give me 10. And 10. That finished position, the pack should be directly over our head, elbows locked out, biceps near the ear. We don't want to finish back here. That's a poor position. We want head through the arms and that pack right over our midline. Our midline is our most powerful line of symmetry. If we sliced our body in half this way, that's our midline. That's our ending point for those overhead presses. All right, let's get some sit-ups in. First, unweighted sit-ups. Soles of the feet together, knees out, touch the ground behind the head, touch the toes. Let's just do 5. 5. All right, let's add a little challenge with this pack. So we are going to have our arms fully extended through these pack weighted sit-ups. We're going to come down, press that pack up like a bench press, and then it's a big sit-up to overhead. Let's do 5. If you're kind of struggling with those weighted sit-ups, we can always unweight them or use a different object that might be a little bit less than that pack. All right, guys, so that's what we got on tap next here. 9-minute EMOM. First minute, 10 squat jumps. Second minute, 15 weighted sit-ups with that pack. Third minute, 20 pack overhead presses. And then we should have some rest built in. And it's nice to do this in an EMOM style because we really focus on quality movement and good solid reps. We're not worried about going as fast as possible. So I'm going to set up the clock for 9 1-minute intervals. If you need to grab a little bit of water, you can do so now. If you need to stretch anything that feels a little tight, you can always pause the video, do a couple additional warm-up stretches, make sure your body's ready to go. All right, Viks, time to get to work. 10 squat jumps in 10 seconds. We're just taking them one at a time and going as high as we can. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Be explosive. Push that ground away with your feet. We got plenty of time, plenty of time. Got 3 more to go. And 10. Good. All right, 20 seconds to 10 seconds. Take a few deep breaths. Weighted sit-ups in 3, 2, 1. Good. It's important to take that sharp breath in and be powerful coming out of the bottom of that sit-up. Especially when we're holding that weight, we don't have our arms to help swing us up. You want to be explosive coming out of the bottom. All right, time to our shoulder to overheads. Here we go, 20 shoulder to overheads. Keep those ribs tucked down. Keep your body nice and straight and strong. There's 15. And 20. Awesome. Round one of our strength EMOMs down. 2 rounds to go. Back to those squat jumps in 12 seconds. 10 squat jumps. It's not about speed. It's about being explosive and getting as high as you can. Squat jumps. Two more. Really squeeze those quads, squeeze those glutes. Get up there. Good. All right, weighted sit-ups here in 15. Three, 2, 1. All right. 20 seconds before our shoulder to overheads. Shake it out, especially those shoulders. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. There's 12. I'm going to set it down, shake it out. Woo! Shoulders are burning. Got plenty of time for those good quality reps. All right, 8 more. Awesome. All right, one more round of our strength, EMOM. Back to those jump squats. In 3, 2, 1. Be explosive. Got 3 more. Good. All right. No more squat jumps. Now we're on to the weighted sit-ups and then finishing off with those shoulder overheads. Final round of weighted sit-ups. In 3, 2, 1. 15. All right. Done with the weighted sit-ups. That was good. The core and the shoulders. Now last set of 20 shoulder overheads. Here in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All the way through. Stay with me, Viks. 15. And 20. Awesome. Shake it out. Finish it up. Get those 20 reps in. And we'll do a little stretching while I explain our conditioning portion of the workout today. So we want to hit that pec and shoulder stretch. So if you put your hand up against a wall, a post, piece of furniture, and turn away so your arm is facing straight back. And we're getting about a 90-degree angle going. And you just want to open up that shoulder, open up the pec, take some deep breaths. So we let that burn settle down. And now let's go ahead and switch sides. All right, so this workout, mental toughness. We're kicking off with 40 burpees, 40, right? There's going to be a point during these burpees. If it's not that first set of 40, it'll be the next set of 30 that you just feel like giving up. Why am I doing this? You know, these burpees suck. Having that critic pop up in your mind. When we overcome that critic and say, hey, I got this, no problem. This is making me fitter. It's getting me in better condition. It's making me healthier. And we stick to the plan and we get the workout done. That's how we build toughness. That's how we build discipline. So we're kicking off with 40 burpees. Then we're going 20 reverse lunges. So these reverse lunges, we're just going to step back, step forward, step back, step forward to bring those feet back together. For 20 reps. Then it's 30 burpees, 20 lunges, 20 burpees, 20 lunges, 10 burpees, 20 lunges. So that's the workout. We've got that descending rep scheme on the burpees. The lunges stay the same at 20 lunges each time. So we're going to get the legs burning. Still going to be a good core and upper body pressing work with pressing ourselves off the ground for all those burpees. And you know what is going to get the heart rate up and get the lungs pumping. Burpees and lunges, a great little combination there, great little couplet combination. So hopefully you guys have learned some different creative mixes throughout these workouts that you can take with you and do them anywhere. In your room, in the garage, outside at the park, when you're on vacation, in a hotel room. You know, these are great foundational, functional movements that translate to overall strength and conditioning that we can do anywhere. All right, guys, so we're doing this sucker for time. Once again, 40 burpees, getting that big, toughest set out of the way first when we're still feeling fresh, then 20 reverse lunges, then 30 burpees, 20 reverse lunges, 20 burpees, 20 reverse lunges, 10 burpees, 20 reverse lunges. And we'll keep track of time, see how long it takes us. Well, we want to be efficient with the time and use the clock to help us stay uncomfortable and get a good intensity. We don't want to sacrifice our movement quality and movement standards, right? We always want to keep our midline stable, keep that back straight and strong, keep tension through our core. on the burpees and on the lunges. As we're coming up off the ground on the burpees, we want to pull our feet up underneath us and get full foot activation. We don't want to be up on our toes. Full foot activation, a little jump and clap overhead, and we want to open the hips up at the top of the burpee. We don't want to be down here doing our jump and clap with this muted flexed hip action going on. So let's have great movement standards, and let's keep working through this mental grind. All right, Viks, time to get our conditioning in. 10 seconds. Take a couple deep breaths. We're kicking off with 40 burpees in 3, 2, 1, go. And 10. There's 20. There's 30. Almost there. 35. All right, right into those reverse lunges. Ten. Maintain good width on these lunges. Just tap that back knee off the ground. And 20. All right, 30 more burpees. Let's go, Viks. You can do this. Stay confident. There's 10. There's 20. And 30. All right. Got those two biggest sets down. Back those 20 lunges. Legs are burning, but you can keep lunging. We can keep going. There's 14. And 20. All right, time for that 20 burpees. Stay with me. Stay strong, Viks. There's 10. Last 5. $20. Right into the lunges. We're almost done with this thing. $10. $19 and $20. Right into those 10 burpees. Final 10. Let's pick up the pace. Fourth quarter. Last one. All right, right into those lunges. Let's go. Last set. $10. $16. And 20. 9, 11. 9 minutes, 11 seconds. Breathe, breathe, breathe. If you're not done yet, let's go. Let's keep going. Finish strong. These are 2 movements. Even when we get tired, we can still march through them. Just at a steady pace. Gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving. When we're focused on recovery, keep that chest up. Nice deep nasal breathing to bring the heart rate down. Get our breathing under control. Nice job, Viks. That was a good one. All right, so go ahead and get yourself a nice sturdy chair. We're going to do a little stretching, and then we'll get into some accessory work. So first one is that couch stretch, designed for our hip flexors and quads. Let's put that foot up. Bring that knee down. Try to bring it close to that chair that you've got your foot up on. And then lean back. Like I was talking about earlier when we were loosening up our hip flexors, we don't want to arch the back. We want the ribs tucked down and the pelvis aligned, staying aligned with our hips. And then we just move our glutes back, move our shoulders back, but keep that spine stable. Just get some good release in the hip flexor, down into your quad. We'll spend another 15, 20 seconds in this position here. Take those deep breaths, make that mind-muscle connection to tell those muscles to relax. They don't have to be so tight. And now switch sides. Bring that knee in close to the chair. Pelvis and hips aligned, no big arc in the low back. And now we're bringing our glutes back to that heel. Bringing the shoulders back while keeping that spine stable. Take those deep breaths. Get the quads and hips to settle down. Another 10 seconds here. All right, go ahead and stand up, shake it out. Now I want to do some upper back pulling work. After all that pressing that we've been doing, our pack overhead presses, our weighted sit-ups, pressing off the ground with the burpees. So we want to make sure that we're getting some stimulation back behind our shoulders as well. So let's go for grab those couple pound weights, just odd objects around the house. I've got these trusty plastic jars of peanut butter. They're both 2.5 pounds. Will work just fine. We're going to do 15 bent over T rows. So we set our shoulders back, squeeze our arms into the armpits, push the hips back. So now we're in this power position. Once again, nice, stable, straight spine. And we're bringing those arms straight up in a T, squeezing the shoulder blades at the top. Give me 15. Pinch those shoulder blades together. Good squeeze at the top. Control on the way down. 11, 13, 14, and one more. 15. Good. Feels good to open up that chest, set those shoulders back. Now we're going to do 20 hollow rocks. A great one for the core. Take a seat. Feet straight out in front. Hands overhead. We're going to lift our hands and feet off the ground. Low back should be flush on the ground. Now we're just going to shift our weight so we kiss those heels off the ground and then bring them up about a foot. 6, 7, we're going for 20. and 20. All right, good. 2 more rounds. T-rows and hollow rocks. Let's go back for 15 bent over T-rows. Down to that power position. Squeeze those arms in the armpits. Set those shoulders. Bring those arms straight out. Elbows up to the ceiling. Palms facing down. Get that burn going back behind the shoulder blades. And 15. Good. 20 hollow rocks. Toes pointed, hands together. Reach those hands back over the head. Point those toes. Reach the toes the opposite way. And now we're just shifting in this nice hollow C-shaped position. $17, and 20. All right, final round. Let's get right back into those T-rows for 15. All right, let's finish up these hollow rocks. 20 hollow rocks. Good tension through the core here, Viks. Let's go for 20. And 20. Awesome. All right, Viks, I got one final challenge for you guys. We're going to do a leg finisher. And we're going to be doing a hold, which is great for our stability. And it's going to be great to finish off our after all those lunges and jump squats and burpees. So for this leg finisher, you're going to need that sturdy chair. And what we're going to do is we are going to establish that lunge position with one foot up on the chair, 90-degree angle on that front knee. And we're just going to push through this front foot, come up about 2-3 inches off of the ground, and hold right here in this nice stable position for 30 seconds. Then we'll have 30 seconds to shake it out, and we'll switch legs. We'll do that for 3 rounds, or a total of 6 minutes. 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, for 6 minutes on each leg. We start in the bottom in a nice stable position, bring that knee up, and hold. You want to get that glute engaged. You want the quad engaged as well. That's where we're going to feel this finisher in the quads and the glutes. 10 seconds. All right. I'm going to put my right foot up, left foot out in front. And 3, 2, 1, hold. Pushing through that left foot, bringing that right knee off the ground a few inches. And we're just getting nice and stable. We're already 10 seconds in. Keep breathing. Stay confident. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and done. Shake it out. All right, now we're going to go in 25 seconds. This time we're going to have the opposite foot forward. So I'm going to have my right foot forward, my left foot back on the chair. All right, get set up. Get a good stable position. 3, 2, 1, hold. Stay braced, but keep breathing. We can breathe through this bracing. We're already over halfway through. Less than 10 seconds. Hang in there. 3, 2, 1, and stand up. Shake it out. Good. 1 round down, 2 rounds to go. 20 seconds. Back to that first side. Even if you start shaking a little bit, that's okay. Hang on to it. That's how we get stronger. All right, let's get set up. Left foot forward. And hold. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, and up. Good job. All right, round 2, leg 2, coming up next. You want pretty much all the weight on your front foot. So we're hinged forward slightly at the hips in order to have that good balance. 10 seconds. Round 2, leg 2. In 3, 2, 1, hold. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, good. 2 rounds down. Made it to that final round, Viks. 1 more hold on each side, and then we just have some stretching and getting back to your day. Let's finish strong here. 10 seconds. I'm going to set up. Final round. Side forward in 3, 2, 1. Hold. Halfway. Less than 10. Hang on to it. 3, 2, 1, and done with that leg. Woo! Great burn. Muscles love this. 20 seconds to our last round. That right leg. All right, here we go. Get set up. 3, 2, 1, hold, final hold. Less than 10, Viks. 3, 2, 1, and done. Nice. All right, let's get some recovery in. Recovery. Super important. First one, with your legs straight out in front, I'm going to bring my left knee up to my chest. Left foot goes over the right leg, and I'm pulling this knee up on my chest, and we're keeping our spine straight up and down. You want to feel this good pull through the outside of your hip and your glute. So after those split squat holds and lunges and jump squats, we want to start recovering our hips and our glutes by stretching them out, loosening them up, getting those muscle tissues building and recovering, getting stronger. Keep that chest up. You can kind of shift a little bit of side to side at the hips to look for tight spots. Then if you find a tight spot, just breathe through it. Get it to settle down, relax. And switch sides. So both feet out in front. Now I'm bringing my right knee up to the chest. Right foot comes across that left. And I pull that knee up onto the chest while I keep my spine straight up and down. I'm not leaning forward. You can actually lean back a little bit. Once again, looking for those tight spots. Turn at the hips a little bit towards that right knee. Get a little deeper pull through the glute. Ten more seconds. Awesome. All right, frog stretch up next. So we're going to get our knees nice and wide. This is going to loosen up the inside, the adductors, inside of our quads and the internal rotation. So knees should be outside of the trunk. And I'm going to put my hands up onto this chair. Push those hips back, sink down. Sink that head and chest through the arms. And just relax into this frog pose. Focus on your breathing. Getting all those muscles to settle down. Feels good to relax into these stretches. All right, final one is that pigeon stretch. 90-degree angle on the front knee, straighten the back leg behind you, sink the hips down. Well, I really had fun bikes with you this season. So great preseason strength and conditioning sessions in January, February out there on the field. And these at-home workouts, while not ideal, I think we're trying to make the best out of our current situation. So hopefully you picked up some good ideas to continue to train. My tips would be to develop great training habits. So you want to train more days than you not train, right? So that's at least 4 days a week. If you kind of went every other day or, strung a few days together, try to get 4 days of training in. Training being elevated heart rate, get those lungs pumping, get those muscles burned. We've showed you a lot of different methods through these last 10 YouTube videos to achieve that. And you want to stay balanced too. Certain days we kind of overloaded the legs, certain days we overloaded the core, certain days we overloaded the arms and chest, and then kind of rotate through those intended stimuluses. take a deep breath. As you breathe out, lean a little bit, push a little bit deeper over that front knee. And then be awesome with the fundamentals. So don't take things for granted, like running and jumping and squatting and lunging. We always want to be more efficient with how we move our body, with how we get our muscles to coordinate together. Let's go ahead and switch sides. There's always technique gains to be had. And then even if we get some awesome reps in, it's very difficult to replicate that over and over and over. So continue to try to get better and better with your foundational movements and how you efficiently utilize your body, your muscles, your joints. And then in your training and in your competitions, get a little uncomfortable. That's good for you. We want to train right at the edges of our comfort zone. You always want to listen to your body and not overdo it. But at the same time, getting those muscles burning, getting our bodies out of breath. We get a really nice response from that, from our hormones and our nervous system. And that's how we drive adaptation and get stronger and faster and jump higher. It's by getting a little bit uncomfortable. And then recover, just like we're doing now. So stretching and rolling and taking care of your body. Getting good sleep. You guys should be getting 8 hours of sleep a night these days. That's when we really get stronger, is when we're sleeping and our body's rebuilding our muscles. All right, Viks. Well, it has been a pleasure. You guys know where to find me. Best of luck with your ongoing training, and let me know if you need anything. Take care, Viks.